Forgot where I was. Am I under oath? Or?
You are under oath. Everything you say can and will be.
The way I approach my little art career is kind of like how I approach a painting. You know, I don't really know what the outcome's going to be like. I kind of just go into it, and usually the end result ends up being something, you know, I'm happy and proud of. I've been into illustrating since I was a kid. I've always drawn cartoons mostly. Comic strips is where I really wanted to start, so Gary Larson of The Far Side and Bill Watterson from, you know, Calvin and Hobbes. Probably like my two favorite. You know, earlier on I was just more trying to get a point across, so I was doing very simple looking drawings and just trying to get like the joke out there based off of, you know, just what I kind of saw in life. I didn't realize until later on around high school that I had a talent that I could, you know, market and, you know, do commercial type stuff. As soon as I got to SUNY, you know, I had this one professor, Scott Grodesky, who was a teacher down at the School of Visual Arts in New York, and he was saying, you know, you have this traditional style of cartooning, but you kind of got to wonk it and go abstract, which is kind of like, once I finally understood what he was talking about, it kind of just, you know, stuck with me and it just clicked. So that's kind of like the art that I'm starting to produce now. Retaining that illustrative graphic quality that you find in cartoons, but then twisting it and breaking the traditional guidelines and making beautiful, kind of humorous, whimsical kind of stuff, bright and colorful. I'm definitely influenced by graffiti. I've never done any graffiti because it's illegal. Also, you know, I think as I develop a reputation as, you know, local artist, the reputation grows, and you don't want to get the reputation of being one who destroys local property. But I'm influenced by the color and, you know, subject matter, but really how the tightness and how it's constructed. I was asked to do a mural. I'm getting more into it because it allows you to kind of like bring a creation from this size, you know, to this size. You're not restricted to just a regular sheet of paper or a piece of canvas for that matter. So I've done a few at this point. One in Saratoga is up at the Newberry/Comedy Club. So it's a rock venue, like a music venue/comedy venue. It consists of bunch of dead celebrities, both comedians and, you know, rock and roll stars, kind of like hanging out with each other all around Saratoga. A few years ago, I wanted to be a nationally syndicated comic strip artist, so I put together a couple press kits and I mailed them to big syndicates around the country and got several rejection letters. But then I realized that, you know, if you're gonna do it, you gotta do it on your own. The city kind of had a lot of humorous aspects to it, so that's kind of how the idea came about. I was delivering pizzas one day and I saw some funny stuff on the street and I just illustrated it, started a Facebook page, and it kind of just blew up from there. And it's a user submission kind of cartoon, so like it's open to the public. You know, the fans are encouraged to submit ideas of funny things that they can come up with. A couple years ago, me and a friend of mine, we put together a cartoon depicting Price Chopper. We put it on t-shirts and ended up blowing up and going viral, and we ended up receiving a cease and desist from Price Chopper and the Golub family. Sorry about that, Neil. I think that's what you want out of a comic strip is, you know, edginess. I think that's the responsibility, is to raise questions about how society is, how the city is, how the people are. For young artists out there, you just gotta do it. You know, so many people say, I wish I could paint, blah, 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 and it's like, just do it. You know, what the hell are you waiting for? You know, practice makes perfect, even with art. It's like, even if you're not the most skillful, I mean, it takes a lot of experimentation with, you know, color and style and line work and discovering your own language as an artist. It feels good. I mean, when you create something that people really like, or at least willing to spend a couple of bucks on, you know, that's the most rewarding feeling, I guess, ever.